Hey guys, this is Dreadbane joined by Sapphire. This match is between Pinder, the red Protoss, versus Hectic, the orange Zerg. Now, this is Lost Temple, so what are we in store for, Seth?
Yeah, bit of an older replay here. We've been trying to clear out the cupboard of all the old replays that we've been sent us, and I know a bunch of people have sent us replays, and we try to get to them. If I haven't got to your replay, it's not because I ignore you. It's just because we get such a huge volume of replays. There's only a small percentage that we cast, but like this, sometimes we do go to the cupboard and get some replays from our old library. So keep sending them in, and we will get to them at some point. Hopefully, if not, then maybe next time. But looking like an interesting matchup here. We've got Hectic, who's one of the prominent Zerg players. Haven't heard too much from Hectic lately, but back in beta, he was firing on all cylinders and playing in a bunch of tournaments and really putting in a strong showing. And of course, this is Pinder, and he had a bit of a disappointing series against KJH in the King of the Hill Australasia, but he had a really, really strong showing the weeks before. And of course, he's up against Hectic, and it's Protoss versus Zerg on Lost Temple. And I love watching Zerg on Lost Temple. It's so much fun and it's so exciting, especially as a Zerg player. So, interesting start here from Pinder, being aggressive, throwing this early gateway. And once Hectic picks it up, he's realizing now there's nothing at his ramp. He's looking exactly for it, making sure there's no proxy outside his base or any of that kind of business going on. So Hectic probably thinking about an expansion here, saving up 300 minerals, but now he has scouted this gateway coming down at the bottom of his ramp. He's switching into this pool here, so already Pinder's opening has changed Hectic's strategy. He was saving that 300 minerals up, so I believe he wanted to fast expand, but now he's transitioning into a one base and he's a little bit behind, so this will be interesting to see how he's going to recover.
Yeah, I'm curious as to the Forge. There it is, of course. Well, it actually gets cancelled for a second there. It doesn't actually get the Forge down. Yeah, there we go there. A bit of a weird one for a moment. But, yeah, the Forge coming down, so we'll see this Cannon Darpy once this Forge fast expand, as these, Zerglings will be on the field momentarily as the spawning pool's about to come up. So, I do like it because, of course, you do have the choke. So if you can get it fortified and have your early zealots out and all your stuff ready, you can actually get this expansion for quite cheap. As it looks like Hectic is choosing just to expand himself also as he's getting these Zerglings. So I have to see how this one works out.
Yeah, looking like it's been tripped up a little bit here because Hectic saw the forward position gateway and was expecting a second gateway to come down to see a two-gate forward pressure come down. But now that he's thrown out the Forge, Hectic has felt a little bit more confident in throwing down his own expansion, which is what he originally intended to do. So I feel that Hectic's build has been thrown off here by this execution by Pinder, even delaying the Forge until the Overlord moved out of the way, but then he put it up anyway, decided the Overlord was not leaving. So there was good Hectic position on this ramp. And for Zerg players who don't know this, this is a great position for your Overlord. Obviously, once these cannons warp in, it won't be so great. But from up here, it's harder for ground units to hit you, and you can get away, and you can pick up all this information from the natural and basically be at no risk until stalkers or cannons warp in. So it's good positioning of that Overlord. Meanwhile, Hectic is getting his own expansion online right now, just macroing up a little bit. And looking at the income difference, we are seeing 20 harvesters over 19 for Pinder. So Pinder already pulling ahead now that Hectic's build's been a little off. So interesting to find out what Hectic's going to do to catch up, because he's going to need to do something. He can't just come into the mid game behind.
Yeah, both of these players just having a bit of a chat in while they're just macroing up at the moment, talking about metagaming and the fact that really they're just kind of throwing each other off at the moment. So I have to see which one of them can regain their their skill basically and fix it up. But we'll have to see these two assemblators come up now for Pinder, as he's going to start producing a lot of stuff as this cybernetics score is finally going down after these two cannons. So he's just fortified not a single offensive unit on the field yet for Pinder. So I'll have to see how this one works out.
Yeah, a little bit cautious for Hectic. 10 more Zerglings on the way, and finally sending his Lair Tech there. Got to be careful. He's not spending his Queen energy like should be. There we go. There's the injection that we would expect to see from a player of Pinder's level. But a little bit of a test coming from Pinder, really trying to see what Hectic's defenses are like. Looking like him trying for a sneak through, but nice around there by Hectic and take out Pinder's Zealot. A little bit of a cheeky poke around there to see what he could see. But right now, Pinder's in great shape. He's got his fast expand off, putting the pressure on Hectic to either try and break him or go into a third base, and looking like Hectic is choosing to gnaw away at the gold here, while we do see a robotics facility going along line for Pinder, so possibly into Colossi or a switch to Immortals if he sees roaches. But now we have seen this lair tech come online. No lair buildings down as yet. He is a little bit hurt for gas. He's doing okay on minerals, but he's behind in the gas count. So right now it's just a case of, and we do see the roach wiring coming down. So it's going to be interesting to find out whether or not Pinder throws down the Robo Bay or a fast observer and picks up this roach wiring, because once he sees the roach wiring, he's going to want to get Immortals instead of super fast Colossi if he was going to Hydras. And we are seeing 2 observers warping in right now, so Pinder really wants that information as fast as possible.
I think that's a good call, because really, in the position he's in now, he really needs to know what he's up against, because he's really totaled himself up here. That Overlord finally getting taken down, drifting into the cannon's range there. So this other one just hanging out though on top, not really getting attacked. So so far it's just these Zerglings just really controlling the map, but Pinder really is just happy to get his expansion online. He's really in a good position. They're in both harvesters actually quite even now, so we have to sit tight while they really macro up. While really it looks like Hectic will have to be the one that pushes out first as the Hydrogen's on the field. So yeah, it doesn't look like Pinder's going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, these observers picking up all this information, trying to take it out there with the Overseer and the Queen, which is a nice move by Hectic, but he's got all the information from the base. He realized there's a Roach and a Hydra Den going up at the same time. We are seeing the Immortals come out as well as he techs to High Templars, so the Roaches, if he gets enough, should be countered by the Immortals, and if he gets these Templars out in time, he'll be able to storm like crazy on top of the Hydras. So it's a good unit composition there for Pinder. He's also got the option with his significant economy to think about throwing down a robotics bay later to get Colossi as well, just to mix 1 or 2 there. But looking like he's throwing down second robotics facility with no bay, so really committing to lots and lots of Immortals right now. Meanwhile, we see Hectic with that gold online. He really needs to start saturating that, although Pinder is on top of this, picking it up, knows what's going on, and realizes that he's now behind 1 expansion. So I would expect once he has a good cluster of Immortals and supporting gateway units that we might see him push out. Only now are we seeing 3 more gateways come online, because up until this point, Pinder's been sitting on 1 gateway, so he hasn't really had the ability to produce mass units, and Hectic has been fairly significantly spending into Zerglings throughout the game, using them just to scout all over the map right now, which is good map awareness, but it has cost him. It means all that money that Pinder's been spending in economy is taking all this time to catch up. Only now, with the gold online, are we seeing them draw even, and finally Hectic starting to pull away, and his 2 harvesters up. So Pinder's been in front economically a long time and been able to establish his build. He's even getting up around 1,000 unspent minerals. It's a little uncharacteristic of Pinder, so just hurting for a little bit of gas right now. Just curious as to whether Pinder is going to